Okay guys, so I'm here with a reaction video to top 5 worst WWE gimmick changes. Pretty good YouTuber, the Gray One. I've watched him a couple of times, not too much though. If you want me to do more reaction videos, you know, request any videos at all, let me know because I'm like kind of like running out of ideas. Yeah, alright, so let's get into this video, top 5 or WWE gimmick changes.
Sometimes a gimmick change can save your career. Like before Kane was Kane, he was a freaking dentist. I might be crazy, but I think being Kane is just that much better. But that's not always the case. Sometimes a gimmick change can ruin the whole thing. I don't know what Vince McMahon had in mind when he decided to change those gimmicks, but let's rank them. You're watching top worst WWE gimmick changes of all time. Number 5, Owen Hart to the Blue Blazer. I'm not saying that the Blue Blazer is one of the worst gimmicks ever. All I'm saying that when you are freaking Owen Hart, you don't need to change a gimmick. I mean, just let's be honest out here. Would you rather see Owen Hart or as the Blue?
I mean, it is true. I mean, why would you want to change your, like, really quick, why would you want to change your gimmick if you're already, like, over with the crowd? I remember this too, the Blue Blazer. I believe Owen Hart passed away as the Blue Blazer. It is true, though, like, if you're good the way you are, but then they change something about you, it could ruin your career. Let's just be honest.
Blazer. The answer is obvious. Owen Hart is one of the greatest WWE performers of all time, and putting him in a costume wasn't just the best thing. And I hate to mention this, but if we didn't have that gimmick, the whole tragedy would not had happened. Number 4, Devon Dudley to the religious Devon. What the heck was that? The only good thing that came out of this gimmick was Batista. And originally, Batista was supposed to be a child of a rapist.
Yep, if you don't know, Batista's gimmick as Deacon Batista, he was actually supposed to be a child rapist. I'm not kidding. Turns out that they wanted it to happen, but somehow, I forgot who it was, somebody pitched the idea, but then eventually it did not come through fruition. So thank God for Batista, and thank God for us. If that would have happened, I probably would be okay with this show being PG. I really would.
Sometimes I just love PG era, to be honest. I take my words back. Devon Dudley, a guy who was in one of the greatest WWE tag teams of all time, who ruled in ECW, WWE, and they were just that extreme tag team, just like the Hardy Boys and Christian and Edge. When the Dudley Boys split because of the brand split, the Bubba Ray Dudley was kinda okay, you know, he was doing his own thing, you know, he was kinda the same guy who was in the Dudley Boys, while the Devon turned into freaking religious guy like a priest. Like, what the hell is that? Like, nobody is going to buy into this. Like, how much stupid you have to be if you don't know that this gimmick will not work? Who are writing these shows? I don't know, maybe someone thought that this is going to work, but oh, I don't even know. I mean, we got Batista. That's good. Number 3, Chavo Guerrero to Karen White. What the hell was that? The whole gimmick was just mocking white people, like while he is one of the white people as well.
If you do not know this, if you do not know Chavo Guerrero, when he became whatever this is, his catchphrase was actually, if it's not white, it's not right. And it's funny because I was watching whatculture.com, if you know who they are. They had the same video, they had top 10 worst gimmicks. And they said they might as well just been a quote from the Ku Klux Klan. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I mean, I'm not racist, but I'm just saying that I mean, it is true. I mean, why would you come up with a quote that's obviously, you know, I don't know. I mean, the only good thing we got of this gimmick was, of course, Dolph Ziggler, who was this guy's, how do you say, caddy? I don't know. Let's just continue.
At least it's not disrespectful, you know. It would be kind of shitty if he would mock the black people or Asians, like that would be really effed up. But either way, like, that's just stupid. I mean, yeah, I don't like this stuff when everything is offensive, you know. No, we just have fun. But the whole thing was just bad. If it was funny and good, I can deal with it. But it was bad. He changed his hair, attire, but because Eddie Guerrero passed away, the gimmick was changed back to Chavo Guerrero as a tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Number 2, Cody Rhodes to Stardust. Holy shit. Like, Cody Rhodes wanted to go back to his own Cody Rhodes gimmick, but WWE did not allow him to, so he left the WWE, and I can totally understand him. How can you not let a guy to be himself? Stardust is a shitty gimmick. It's just
To be quite honest with you, when the Stardust gimmick first came, I thought it was okay. I didn't have a problem with it. Me and my dad always discussed, would it be cool if Cody Rhodes would dress like Goldust because they are brothers? But I could see the problem at the same time because the guy did that. I mean, he could have been a main eventer, but because of this gimmick, he pretty much went nowhere.
a ripoff of Goldust, and it didn't work. I mean, Cody Rhodes did a phenomenal job at being Stardust, but that gimmick just can't succeed. That's plain simple. Cody Rhodes looked like a future world heavyweight champion, and I don't even know why he wasn't. He was one of the greatest intercontinental champions, great tag team champion, all that kind of stuff, but he never succeed in the main event picture. And when he changed his gimmick to Stardust, he couldn't even smell the world title. And the number 1 worst gimmick change of all time, this is kind of weird, but Terry Taylor to the Red Rooster. I mean, they changed his gimmick into...
I mean, Terry Taylor, what I do know is that he had a lot of success in NWA, just like Dusty Rhodes. Like Dusty Rhodes, when they went to WWE, they gave them gimmicks that obviously were not gonna let them succeed. And when I read about that they made him become a rooster, I knew he was not gonna succeed. That's what sucks too. Like Bray Wyatt, for example, he was Husky Harris. If you have a bad gimmick, and even though you change it later on, and if you're good with that new gimmick, you're not gonna escape the bad gimmick. That's what happened to Terry Taylor. Despite changing the gimmick in the other promotions, the Red Rooster gimmick was so poisonous that he was never able to be taken seriously ever again, and it sucks. I mean, if I had to play a Red Rooster, I'd probably just quit the company.
a cock. A freaking cock. I mean, the animal, Imagine going to the WWE, hoping to win that World Heavyweight Championship one day. To achieve your freaking dream to be a World Heavyweight Champion on the top of the wrestling world. And then you hear Vince McMahon saying, I want you to play a cock. No World Championship, you're gonna be a cock. But I want to win titles. You're gonna be a cock. The cringe. I mean, the guy is not one of the greatest of all time anyway, but the fact that you changed someone's gimmick into a cock rooster, that has to be number 1. Seriously, this is not worst gimmicks of all time. This is the worst gimmick change. So if someone changes your gimmick into a cock, it's bad. I mean, these, in my opinion, are the worst gimmick changes of all time. How is this a worst gimmick change? It's a freaking cock! Yeah. Let me know in the comments below your worst WWE gimmick change of all time.
I mean, when you want to discuss terrible gimmicks, I mean... And it's not just these guys. I mean, you got like Dusty Rhodes was another one. They bring him into WWE and he's wearing like yellow polka dots all the time. Albert, who was also A-Train, they bring him back and he's Lord Tensai. Paul Burchill, who was a pirate, he came back, he was a bland villain. If you might remember, he had a sister. The gimmick was not just that he was bland, they were super into each other. On an episode of ECW, he's like, every brother loves to make his little sister happy. But luckily, the company did turn PG shortly after, and that thing was dropped. I understand that when it comes to gimmicks, some get horrible, some pretty much prevent you from succeeding. Some of them just turn to be hilarious to me. I guess another one you could throw in there was the Great Khali. I mean, he only had 2 gimmicks. Tall and the word raw, basically. Years later, he's the Punjabi monster, but then he has but then they call him the Punjabi playboy or something like that. Had the Khali kiss cam, which was weird. He was trying to sing Shawn Michaels' theme song. He was like, I'm just the boy. Like, he can't even speak English. I don't know if you consider that one a gimmick change, but I kind of think it is. So that's gonna wrap this video up, guys. Again, if you want me to react to other videos, not just WWE related, but other whatever, just let me know, cause I'm like I said, I have 5 weeks of vacation, so yes, I'm gonna get as much views as possible. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap this up. What game do you guys think suck? Leave me know in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Till then, Reklez Rich, shining out.